My love, come a little closer. I want you to hear something that most people go their whole lives without hearing. The world will tell you many things. It will tell you to be stronger, faster, better than everyone else. It will tell you that you're not enough, not ready, not worthy yet. But tonight, I want to share a secret with you. A quiet truth that doesn't shout, it whispers. A truth about your heart, your struggles, and the incredible power that already lives inside you. Because the truth is, you don't need to become someone else to change your life. You just need to remember who you truly are. And my love, once you hear this secret, really hear it, your life may never be the same again. My love, come closer for a moment. There is something quiet, something simple, something powerful that I have been wanting to tell you. Not because the world asked me to say it, and not because it is written in any book or taught in any school. I want to tell you because I see you. I see the weight you carry when you think no one notices. I see the way you keep going even when your heart feels tired. And I see the questions in your eyes when the night becomes quiet and your thoughts start speaking louder than the world around you. There is a secret I want you to hear, not the kind of secret that hides in darkness, but the kind that lives softly inside the truth. A secret that most people miss because they are always rushing, always trying to become something else, always believing they must prove their worth to the world before they deserve peace. My love, listen carefully. You are not behind in life. I know the world makes you feel that way sometimes. It moves so fast that it convinces you that if you are not running with it, you must be failing. You look around and see people achieving things, building things, reaching places you once dreamed about. And in those quiet moments, you ask yourself questions that hurt more than you admit. You wonder if you are late. You wonder if you are late. You wonder if you missed your chance. You wonder if maybe you are not strong enough, not talented enough, not brave enough. But the truth is gentler than that. The truth is that life was never meant to be a race. It was never meant to be a race. It was never meant to be a competition where the fastest person wins and everyone else fades into silence. Life is something far more human than that. It is a journey of moments, of lessons, of growth that unfolds in ways we cannot always understand while we are walking through it. There are days when you feel powerful, and there are days when simply getting out of bed feels like climbing a mountain. Both days are part of your story. Both days matter, and neither one defines your worth. You are not late. Sometimes the most beautiful things in the world take time. Trees take years before they offer shade. Rivers take long journeys before they reach the ocean. And people take time before they understand their own hearts. It celebrates the victories, the applause, the shining moments on the surface, but it rarely shows the quiet nights when someone sits alone, wondering if they are doing enough, wondering if they will ever feel whole. I want you to know that those nights do not mean you are lost. They mean you are human. There is a strength inside you that you might not even recognize yet. Not the loud kind of strength that shouts to the world, but the kind that demands attention. I'm talking about the quiet strength that keeps you moving forward, even when no one is clapping for you. The strength that whispers, just one more step, that strength is already part of you. Think about all the moments you survived, all the days you thought you couldn't handle but somehow did. Every disappointment, every broken expectation, every time life pushed you to the edge of your patience and your courage. You are still here. That matters more than you think. The world often measures people by what they have achieved, but it forgets to measure the battles they fought silently. It forgets the courage it takes to keep believing when life gives you reasons to doubt. My love, your story is not defined by the moments when you felt weak. It is defined by the moments when you kept going anyway. Music, and there is something else I want you to understand. Something many people spend their entire lives searching for, without realizing it was always close to them. You do not need the world's permission to believe in yourself. You don't need approval from everyone around you to know that your dreams matter. You don't need someone else to tell you that your heart has value. The world may not always understand you. Sometimes it will misunderstand your silence. Sometimes it will overlook your kindness. Sometimes it will fail to recognize the depth of your effort. But that does not make your effort meaningless. Kindness still matters. Honesty still matters. Your heart still matters, and even if the world does not always reward those things immediately, they shape the kind of person you are becoming. They shape the quiet strength in your soul. Let me tell you something important. The people who truly change their lives are not always the loudest or the most confident at the beginning. Often they are the ones who have been through darkness, the ones who understand pain, the ones who understand pain, the ones who know what it feels like to doubt themselves and still choose to move forward. Because pain teaches depth, struggle teaches patience, and patience teaches wisdom. One day you will look back at the version of yourself that exists right now, and you will realize something beautiful. You will realize that this person, the one who questioned everything, the one who sometimes felt lost, the one who tried again, even after disappointment, was actually stronger than they ever believed. You are learning how to stand inside your own life. You are learning how to carry your heart through a complicated world without letting it become hard or bitter. That is not weakness. That is courage. There will always be voices in the world that try to tell you who you should be. They will tell you what success looks like. They will tell you how fast you should move, how much you should achieve, how fast you should move, how much you should achieve, how perfect your life should appear. But the secret I want you to hear is this: your life does not have to look like anyone else's to be meaningful. You are allowed to move at your own pace. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to change your mind, to discover new paths, to rebuild yourself more than once. The most beautiful journeys are rarely straight lines. They twist, they pause, they wander through unexpected places before they reveal their true direction. And sometimes the detours teach you more than the destination ever could. My love, there is something sacred about the way you keep trying. Even when you feel uncertain, even when your confidence feels fragile, even when you are not sure where the road ahead will lead. Every step you take is proof that you have not given up on yourself. That matters. More than the world realizes. More than you realize. One day, the things you are learning right now will become the strength someone else needs. Your story will become a light for someone who feels the same confusion you once felt. Music, because the people who understand hope the deepest are often the ones who had to fight to find it. And there is something else I want to say gently because it is easy to forget. You are allowed to say gently because it is easy to forget. You are allowed to rest. You do not have to carry every burden alone. You do not have to prove your strength by exhausting yourself. Music, sometimes strength is simply allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to pause, allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to pause, allowing yourself to exist without constantly feeling like you must earn your place in the world. You already belong here. Your presence matters in ways you may never fully see. The kindness you show someone on an ordinary day might become the moment that helps them keep going. The words you speak with sincerity might stay in someone's memory long after the conversation ends. Small things are rarely small when they come from the heart, and your heart has more influence than you think. When you doubt yourself, remember the simple truth that many people forget: you are still growing, you are still learning, you are still learning. You are still learning, becoming the person your future needs you to be. Growth is not always dramatic. Sometimes it happens quietly, in the way you respond differently to things that once hurt you deeply, in the way you respond differently to things that once hurt you deeply, in the way you become more patient with yourself, in the way you begin to understand that perfection was never the goal. The goal was always becoming someone who can live honestly with their own heart. My love, the world may not always slow down enough to notice your journey, but that does not mean your journey is invisible. Every time you choose kindness over bitterness, you shape your character. Every time you choose hope over despair, you strengthen your spirit. Every time you choose to stand up after falling, you remind yourself that resilience is part of who you are. And slowly, step by step, moment by moment, you begin to see something change inside you. You begin to see that the person you were searching for, the person you thought you needed to become, was never as far away as you believed. Because the truth is that everything meaningful begins within the quiet spaces of the heart. And your heart has been learning this secret all along, my love. There is another secret I want you to hear. It is not loud, and it does not try to compete with the noise of the world. It lives quietly like a small light that waits patiently for someone to notice it. And tonight, I want you to notice it. You spend so much time thinking about what you should become. You think about the future, about the person you hope to be, about the fight, about the person you hope to be, about the life you imagine when everything finally makes sense. You imagine the day when you feel confident, complete, and proud of who you are. But there is something gentle I want to tell you. You do not have to wait for the future to become worthy of love. Right now, in this very moment, with all your questions, all your imperfections, all your imperfections, all you're already worthy of kindness. You're already worthy of kindness. You are already worthy of the love you so easily give to others. Sometimes you look at yourself with a harshness you would never use on anyone else. You remember your mistakes, replay your regrets, and carry them like heavy stones in your heart. You tell yourself that you should have been wiser, stronger, braver. But being human means learning. Being human means growing through experiences that do not always go the way we hoped. It means sometimes choosing the wrong path before discovering the right one. It means falling not because we are weak, but because life is a journey that teaches through movement. The truth is that mistakes are not the end of your story. They are part of your education. Yeah. Every moment you wish you could change has already given you something valuable. It has shown you a lesson about your heart, about your choices, about the kind of person you want to become. Music. And the beautiful thing about life is that it keeps giving you new moments. You are not trapped in the past. You are not defined by a single chapter. Your story is still unfolding, page by page, breath by breath, decision by decision. My love, sometimes the hardest thing to learn is forgiveness, especially when the person you need to forgive is yourself. You hold yourself responsible for everything that went wrong. You ask questions that have no answers. You wonder how things might have been different if you had acted another way. But the truth is that you did the best you could with the understanding you had at that time, and that is all anyone can ever do. Life does not come with perfect instructions. We learn by living, by feeling, by making choices, and discovering their consequences. That is how wisdom grows. So instead of carrying guilt forever, try something gentler. Try understanding. Understand that the person you were yesterday was still learning. Understand that the heart you had then was still searching for direction. Understand that the heart you had then was still searching for direction. Understand that growth is not possible without experience. There is a quiet strength in the way you keep caring about things. In a world where many people protect themselves by becoming cold, you continue to feel deeply. You continue to feel deeply. You continue to hope. You continue to believe that kindness matters. That is not something to hide or apologize for. That is something to hide or apologize for. That is something rare. Some people lose that softness as they grow older. Life disappoints them, and they begin to close their hearts. They stop trusting, stop believing, stop caring the way they once did. But you are still here with an open heart. You still want to build something meaningful with your life. You still want to become someone who leaves the world a little better than they found it. That desire alone says something powerful about you. It says that your spirit has not given up, my love. There will be moments when the road feels uncertain, moments when you wonder if the effort you are making truly matters, moments when progress feels invisible and patience feels difficult. During those times, remember something simple. Growth is often invisible while it is happening, just like the roots of a tree grow quietly beneath the ground before anyone sees the branches reaching toward the sky. Your own growth is taking place in ways you cannot always measure. You are learning how to understand your emotions. You are learning how to navigate disappointment. You are learning how to protect your peace while still remaining compassionate. These lessons do not always appear dramatic from the outside, but they are shaping the foundation of your life. And strong foundations take time to build. Sometimes you compare yourself to others and feel as though they are moving faster. Their lives seem clearer, their achievements more visible, their confidence stronger. But comparison hides the truth. You're only seeing the surface of their story. You do not see their fears, their private struggles, their moments of doubt when no one is watching. Every person is walking through challenges that the world rarely sees. Your journey is unique. Your timing is unique. Your purpose will unfold in ways that belong only to you. Trying to copy someone else's path will never bring you the peace you're looking for. Peace comes when you begin to respect the rhythm of your own life. My love, imagine treating yourself with the same compassion you offer to the people you care about. Imagine speaking to yourself with patience instead of criticism. Imagine recognizing your efforts instead of only focusing on what is missing. That simple change can transform the way you experience life. Because the relationship you have with yourself shapes every other part of your world. When you believe that you deserve respect, you begin to set healthier boundaries. When you accept your imperfections, you become more forgiving toward others. When you recognize your strengths, you gain the courage to explore possibilities you once avoided. Self understanding is not selfish, it is necessary. It allows you to build a life that reflects your true values instead of constantly chasing expectations that were never truly yours. There is something beautiful about a person who knows their heart, someone who understands what matters to them, what kind of life they want to create, and what kind of energy they want to bring into the world. You are moving toward that understanding. Every experience, every reflection, every quiet moment when you ask yourself deeper questions is guiding you closer to clarity. It may not feel like progress every day. It may not feel like progress every day, but progress does not always feel dramatic. Sometimes progress is simply refusing to give up. Music. Sometimes progress is choosing to believe that your life still holds meaning, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. Sometimes progress is waking up and deciding to try again. My love, there will come a day when you look back at this period of your life with new eyes. You will see that the doubts you faced were shaping your courage. You will see that the patience you practiced was strengthening your character. You will see that the moments you felt lost were actually guiding you toward deeper understanding. Life often reveals its lessons only after we have walked through them. But that does not mean the lessons are not happening right now. Right now, you are discovering your resilience. Right now, you are discovering your values. Right now, you are discovering what truly matters to your heart. And those discoveries will guide you toward a future that feels authentic, a future that belongs to you, not to the expectations of others. My love, the world needs people who carry quiet strength, people who choose compassion instead of Koresh, someone powerful. And Choti too, people who believe that understanding is more powerful than judgment, people who continue to care even when caring feels difficult. You are becoming that kind of person. And that kind of person changes the world in ways that are not always loud, but always meaningful. They change the world through the way they treat others, through the way they listen, through the way they show up with sincerity in a world that often rewards appearances over authenticity. Never underestimate the impact of living with a sincere heart. Sometimes the greatest influence you will ever have on someone's life will come from simply being yourself with honesty and kindness. You may never see all the lives you touch, but the ripple effects of compassion travel farther than we imagine. My love, your presence in this world is not an accident. They all add something unique to the human story. No one else can bring exactly what you bring. No one else can see the world through your eyes or feel the world through your heart. That uniqueness is not something you need to prove. It is something you simply need to accept. Accepting yourself does not mean you stop growing. It means you grow from a place of respect instead of self rejection. It means you grow from a place of respect instead of self rejection. It means you move forward because you believe your life has value, not because you are trying to escape the feeling that it does not. And when growth begins from self respect, it becomes sustainable, it becomes peaceful, it becomes journey that nourishes your spirit instead of exhausting it. My love, if you ever forget everything else I say, remember this one quiet truth. Your life is not a test you are constantly failing. It is a journey you are constantly learning from. Every moment is an opportunity to understand yourself a little better, to express kindness a little more freely, to move a little closer toward the life that resonates with your heart. And the secret I wanted you to hear tonight is simply this: you are already enough to begin.